Hello guys, Epi here once more, and I have a scrim for us to cast. Well, for me to cast and for you to watch. And so I'm just gonna switch right into the game. The bans and picks are happening at the moment. So if you're currently watching this video, then thanks. Let me know what I can improve. So we have TEO is on the Radiant side, they're called, and SY5 on the Dire. SY5 are a couple of friends of mine, but yeah, we'll see how this game goes. Invoker, like standard ban, so is Lycan, just heroes that are really hard to deal with. So, from what I gathered here, just one second, let me check if the sound is all good. Yeah, so Furion gets banned out from the Radiant. I just talked to SY5 Jetro here, and he said that this is the second game actually, and they lost the first one to TEO. So they will now do their best to win. And I wasn't available or ready just in time to cast the first one as well, so we'll see how this one goes. Darkseer also banned, just a really crazy hero. I think teams have realized the worth of this hero just over the past couple of months. Like, his vacuum, or the ability to control positions of your enemies within a team fight, is just so invaluable. And also the ultimate and the versatile nature of the hero. You can jungle him, you can lane him in almost any way, shape or form. Makes him just a really good asset to have. Anti-Mage banned from the Radiant. Hasn't been banned that often in the last little while, but it's still totally understandable. First pick now on the Radiant side. Panda banned out, by the way, from the Dire as a last ban. Totally understandable. Very tough hero to deal with. And Leshrac first pick here by the Radiant. Really strong pusher, good hero, and has morphed into first pick, first ban material, like slightly. Well, he's either in the first 3 bans or in the first 3 picks, let's put it that way. Just really versatile hero. You can give him farm, or you can lane it, like play him as a support. All around powerful. He can be quite a force to be reckoned with if he gets good farm in the beginning. So we'll see how. It's a very flexible first pick. Oh, Vengeful Spirit picked up right away from the Dire here. Well, not right away, they took their time to think about it. But first pick Venge, alright. Unconventional, I'd say. Let's see what their second pick would be. Yeah, and coming back to this Leshrac, there's different ways people have been skilling him. Either you go 1 level in stun, Sand King is the second pick. Let me finish that train of thought quickly. 1 level in stun, max up Edict, and also go for the Lightning Nuke. Or you go Edict and just stun, because that way you will have a larger radius in your AoE to land the stun more easily. I like the one where you just go Edict and stun. Sand King picked up second pick, so strong team fight. Epi is just crazy, but well, even in lower level scrims such as this one, I would presume that a Sand King just needs this dagger. If he doesn't have the dagger and the enemy team has stuns, then it will be really difficult to get a nice epicenter off. But Sand King, personally, I don't really like playing him, but he's been played a lot, and he's kind of like Windrunner. Sees play almost every game, well, like in a large percentage of games, I'd say like 60% perhaps. So yeah, what do they have? The Dire have a swap and a stun, a good reliable stun. They have a nice support hero in Venge. She can also roam quite effectively. Sand King can also roam, but I think with this they will lane him maybe on the bottom lane. Windrunner and Queen of Pain picked up, so I think Windrunner, typical long lane solo, just the shackle shot is such a the skill set that Windrunner has is really nice, and if you have a skilled player having that, then the Windrun, for example, is an escape mechanism as well as a chase mechanism. Most people don't realize that, but Windrun slows the enemy as well, so that's quite the asset to have. And Queen of Pain has seen a lot of play lately. Mouse Sports has, like 1 or 2 months ago, has brought that into the scene. The CIS community, or the CIS teams like Moscow 5, also really dig that hero. Strong Nuka, strong laner as well. especially if you go like for the Shadow Strike skill build, and you lane against like a solo melee hero, like that guy is screwed. So at the moment, I'm liking the setup from the Radiant. Death Prophet picked up in response as the last pick here from the Dire side, SY5. Strong pushing hero, and also the Exorcism provides a lot to the team fight. So the Exorcism in combination with the Epicenter will give them strong presence, reliable stuns, as well as the vision from the Scream from Venge will make sure to secure their early game a little bit, as well as their support. So Dire will need one more support, so will the Radiant, and then perhaps both teams might go. Well, the Radiant for sure will go for like one more carry, you would say, and the Dire, well, maybe they can have the Death Prophet as like the carry, but I presume they will go for one more strong hero and one support, but I might be wrong. So we're going into the second ban phase here, and Enigma picked out by the Radiant, don't want to deal with that hero, as well as Ricky. Ricky. So maybe they will... I have actually no idea what they would go for now. And Tidehunter gets banned by the Dire here. Tidehunter is just like... When I draft, I basically always try to go for Tidehunter. I love having that hero on my team, especially in combination with a Mirana. It's just awesome. You have your team grouped up, you do the Mirana ultimate, and Tide can get into a nice position to initiate the team fight. Yeah, but we're not going to see Tidehunter play today. Earthshaker, last ban, and now we're going to go into the second pick phase. Radiant it is now the Radiant's turn to pick, and I assume there's going to be a support picked up here now. So maybe like it'll come in the form of like a Crystal Maiden, or well, not like a Witch Doctor. I would actually assume a Crystal Maiden might be nice because they have 2 stuns. They don't have a the Frostbite is a reliable stun because it's targeted, and they go for the Enchantress. Yeah, Chen by the way is also still in the pool, so they go for the Enchantress. Interesting. Gonna throw her into the jungle most likely. Windrunner is gonna head top. Queen of Pain to the mid. And Leshrac will then most likely support their carry if they're going to pick one on the bottom lane. I'm really liking this setup from Radiant so far. They have this really strong nuker and pusher in Leshrac. Puck picked up. Interesting. Puck is a really nice hero. I love Puck. I love playing him personally. He's just so elusive and tough to kill if you can pull it if you can play him properly. But he hasn't seen almost any play. He's like a counter ganker. So if you have a good Puck player and he starts to roam, he will usually be the one that will like jump into the team fight after you have been initiated upon, and then turn it around or help you, give you like this few seconds of silence and stun duration and nuke potential that will make it possible for you to turn a team fight or gank around. And Dazzle, there's our support. So yeah, it's I was just thinking about what the Radiant wants to accomplish here. They are definitely looking to finish the game quickly. If this heads into the later stages of the game, well, Queen of Pain can semi-carry this perhaps, if she gets like a sheep stick and perhaps a Desolator for some damage, then that's fine, but I really wonder what they are going to do. Because if I was on the Dire right now, if I was Jetro on SY5 right now, I would be like, okay, Crobulus, you go for the pipe. So pipe would be like the highest priority item right now. Because then the Radiant is basically like they don't have a lot to go against that once the pipe's up. But we'll see how it all goes. I mean, I might very well be wrong with my predictions here. Okay, on the Dire side, they have 25 seconds left. They're gonna have to make a decision here. They have a supporter, they have a team fighter, they have a most likely solo mid Crobulus, strong team fight. She has a silence and a nuke spammability. She's gonna most likely tank up with Puck. Probably going to be thrown on the long lane to solo that. I usually put my Pucks on... Wow. Lifestealer. Nice. So the question is, are they going to tri-lane? Are they going to throw Lifestealer into the jungle? Only time will tell. I think they're going to do a tri-lane with Nakes, Crobulus into the mid, and Puck on the long lane, and on the Radiant side, Windrunner long lane, Co-op mid, Enchantress jungle, and okay, well, Dazzle and Lash bottom. Well, that could work. Words and Smoke picked up right away from Enchantress. Dazzle. A Magic Stick. I don't know why people pick up Magic Sticks so early. Maybe it's a trend that I missed, but you can buy it at the side shop. Well, one thing I'm noticing at the moment is that the teams are not grouping up as 5. At least the Radiant's not grouping up as 5 and going through the jungle. SY5 is doing that. We have Sykes playing the Nakes. Might also go to the jungle, judging from his item build. Trash from SY5 on Vengeful Spirit. We have some tactical, crazy maneuvers here drawn to the minimap. Oh, sorry, some action here. They spotted our Puck. And they do the tactical Glyph Pop. Do a really offensive ward here. And also one for the bottom room. So SY5 sitting in their jungle, maybe waiting for someone. Maybe they're anticipating them to ward off this pull creep camp here, and then they want to just get some kills. But they didn't. Alright, Windrunner on the top lane. We have Queen of Pain in the mid, Lesh and Dazzle on bottom, and most likely, this Ench is going to be in the woods most likely. Puck, as I predicted, on the long lane. Placed a ward. Oh, this is actually, yeah, this is the die ward. This year is not the second Radiant ward. Crobulus in the middle, played by Jetro. Gonna go up against Wolfika on Queen of Pain. And this Windrunner is gonna lane against Vengeful Spirit, Siebenschläfer on the Sand King. And Sykes is getting busy pulling this small camp. This is a rare, I don't see this pull happening all too often, but it's nice. Alright, both mid-heroes spent all their starting gold, so neither of them chose to go for the bottle rush. When I go mid, I like to go for the bottle rush. Vengeful Spirit doing her duty as a support, basically denying the farm of the Windrunner, making sure Sand King gets the farm. Yeah, by the way, they're going to have Sand King farming on this top lane so he can get his dagger up quickly. That's a good choice in my opinion. Silence skill up by Jetro. She's probably going to keep that on level 1, and now she's going to focus on her Crypt Swarm and Witchcraft. And Enchantress here now has a Centaur picked up as well as a Satyr Hellcaller. But Puck's having none of it. Well, he has a ward there, so he spotted that out. He's going to stay pretty far back. Let's see here on the two opposing long lanes. Windrunner has a little bit less XP. No, they're about even actually. They're exactly even. Trash on the Vengeful Spirit. Waiting for an opportunity. And the bottom tower is getting pressured quite hard. Edict is already activated. It just does so much damage. Look here, it's barely it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, and the tier 1 is going to fall. There's nothing Puck can do about this. Also nice creep aggro pulling here. Enchantress using the creep to make sure the wave is not going to come to defend the tower. And nice harassment going on Puck here. Could have phased out like either many of those, like one of those attacks, or the poison touch. Choice to tank it like a man though. So let's see how the middle lane is going at least. Well, the bottom is in favor of the Radiant for sure. 10 for 2 on Jetro. 10 for 3 on Wolfika. And Jetro's gonna use that haste rune. So pretty tame early game here in the beginning. They got the tier 1 on the bot. The Shrek is following up. The thing is, once you have the tier 1 pushed, and you don't apply pressure to the tier 2, look at this. Puck now is already up on level 4. He got a bunch of experience. He was on level 1 before the tier 1 fell, because they had like a natural barrier in that tier 1, and that barrier is now gone. The creep equilibrium is now gonna oscillate between the tier 2 of the Dire. Oh, first blood missed like a pro by me here in the mid. Death Prophet goes down to Queen of Pain. Nicely done. She does a conventional skill build of 1 in Shadow Strike, 1 in Blink, and 3 in Scream. That's nice. I usually would skill her like that. Nowadays I put 2 in Shadow Strike and then just max the Scream of Pain and then take Sonic Wave at level 8. Sorry about missing that first blood, by the way. Death Prophet now TP's up into the mid. Has her bottle picked up. And Enchantress here is now rotating into the mid to apply pressure to there. Queen of Pain is going to find herself a double damage. This is one thing the mid laners also have to realize. When you have a lane pushed, right now the creeps are sitting right here, and she had a good 5 to 10 seconds where she could have chosen to either follow up to the creep wave and run around here and do basically nothing, but she did the correct choice in going for the rune. And many players don't do that. If you are laning on the mid and it's like 1 minute and 51 seconds into the game, and you are nuking, and like you're pushing your wave toward the enemy, that's good. You know, you can even decide consciously to do that just to go check the rune. Okay, meanwhile on the top lane, Sand King is sitting on 17 last hits. Venge is doing a pretty good job of keeping her back, is herself sitting on 0 last hits, of course, and Windrunner managed to pick up 8. That is more than Puck here, even though Puck has had more freedom on his lane as opposed to the Windrunner. Windrunner did a good job of getting last hits, mostly due to this power shot. So she hits level 4 and she goes for the shackle shot, consciously deciding, oh, on the bottom lane, Dazzle is coming in from behind. They did not have ward vision of this. Puck looks in trouble. He does not use a phase shift to dodge this this poisonous touch, but then uses his illusory orb to get himself into safety. And Dazzle took some unnecessary, I would say unnecessary tower hits, because it was pretty obvious that they would not get the kill there. But still, a really nice attempt. And I'm not even sure if Puck ate that stun. With the stun, they probably secured the kill. But now look at the Edict, just eating away the HP of this tower. Just going to check here in the middle quickly. Silence up on the Queen of Pain. She loses health rapidly. She has her ultimate ready and Scream of Pain on level 3. But you just cannot stand against the ultimate of a Crobulus. It's going to wear out now, and she's going to be low on mana. The rune is not on the bottom lane, so she looks in trouble. Now support, a little bit too late. Tier 2 is going to go down. I think Venge might have been able to come in there sooner, but nice push done here by the Radiant. 2 towers down, plenty of gold coming in. And let's see what they go for. Already Arcane Boots up on Enchantress. On the top lane, Sand King, it looked like some action. He stunned the Windrunner, and then immediately went invisible. Sitting on 27 last hits. Back to the items. Mana Boots picked up on Enchantress, really nice, just an awesome item on her. Choosing to prioritize Nature's Attendance above her enchant, interesting. Dazzle exchanging hits here with Venge, who then turns out to stun. Is Jethro going to be there in time? He's out of mana though, just picks up his boots from the courier. Now Sand King, of course, left alone. Nice harassment into the shackle and hits the power shot, but Sand King manages to stun his way out into safety. It is really difficult as a melee hero to solo lane against the Windrunner, and this Windrunner is playing her part really well, getting last hits. And the tier 1 in the middle is also falling. The towers do not stand a chance against the Edict. This is why Leshrac is first pick, first ban material, even in the pro scene, because the Edict is really hard to deal with. It just takes towers down so fast. So Jethro sitting on 27 last hits. Let's do a quick check here. 31 for Queen of Pain. She also has 1 kill. Scores currently still 1-0. Just the first blood on Death Prophet. Puck rotated up into the mid. The pressure is really high here on the tier 2 in mid. Edict popped on him. Support TP coming in. Slow up on Death Prophet. Let's see what they're going to do. Quabbling around, she has her regeneration rune in her bottle. Ultimate is up. Scream of Pain is maxed out, so it deals, I think, 300 damage to every target. Yeah, it does 300, and at 8 minutes in the game, a 300 damage nuke in combination with Leshrac is just really strong. Leshrac's not going to TP to the bottom. Also, as Arcane Boots picked up, they're going to do some relentless pushing here. Here is stun going on Dazzle. Also nuked and a stun from Sand King, and that gets the kill. Really nice. So at least they get a kill in retaliation. Although Sykes is now also under pressure. He's sitting on 100 gold and Gloves of Haste. I'm not sure. Yes, he has his Hand of Midas picked up, so he secured his late game now, but I'm not sure if the game's going to go that late because they're pushing them pretty hard. Dive coming in here from Queen of Pain, pops to Rage, his magic immune, but not for long, but Rage is on level 3. Queen of Pain blinks out for the moment, lingering around though. Jetro as well as Sykes, being careful here at their tower. I hear a stun from Sand King. Stun went up on Queen of Pain. Sand King goes invisible. Epicenter's up in 10 seconds. He does have mana for the combination of stun into Epi, but they might be able to cancel that. Level 4 Vengeful Spirit. How's the support levels here looking? Level 4 Vengeful Spirit. Level 5 Dazzle. So at the moment this is looking pretty dire for the Dire. So their objective is basically to make it to the late game. Let's see the gold graph here. Yes, so they have a 1, 2, 3-0 tower advantage at the moment, and this top one is going to get some under really heavy pressure here really soon. We'll see how this goes. Sand King stuns in. There's 3 heroes grouped up here, and Dazzle at the secret shop. We'll see how this goes. Windrunner is definitely looking for a shackle shot, and Queen of Pain looking for her chance to get a nice ulti and nuke off. The Dire is in a pretty bad spot here, I think, because they depend on a good silence and good disables. Whereas Queen of Pain, she has it really easy with her positioning. She can just blink in and then do her ulti and her Scream of Pain. Here comes Puck with her double damage ultimate also ready. This is gonna be interesting. Meanwhile, though, Leshrac is using the pressure that's set up here in front of this situation, in front of the tier 1, to farm the bottom lane and push it into the Dire base. The tier 3 is gonna get pressured here pretty soon, and sure enough, Puck has to go back. And now with the defensive teleportation scroll used on the Dire, the Radiant knows, okay, -1 on our top side here. It's time for us to take this tower. So really nice coordination coming out here. Initiation hits from Sand King. He stuns into nice chain stunning here on Windrunner. Windrunner might save her life, but a nice ultimate here coming out of Queen of Pain takes down Jetro, and Windrunner survives. So really nicely done. And she's not done yet. She slows she slows Venge. She eats Imp after Int, and now there's going to be a Scream of Pain that gets a kill. Nicely done. Siebenschläfer, our Sand King here, wounded on his way back. I hear, nicely done by Sykes. Sorry, I missed where he was at. He was probably farming in the jungle. But nice rage into a TP. Oh man. The Radiant is playing really nicely coordinated. They know what they know what they drafted. They had a meaning in that. Look at this tier 1. It's going to drop right away. So they were completely aware of what their strategy was going to be when the draft started, and they're executing that relentlessly. The Die Wards at the moment not helping them at all. They have this spot here covered and that one over here. They don't have any vision of potential backstabbing attempts coming in on their side of the jungle. And the pressure from the top lane is not yet over. Enchantress doing what an Enchantress player would do. Oh, this Sand King getting shackled, lashes through the tree, chain stunning here coming out of Leshrac, who pops the edict right away, and the nuke from Queen of Pain gets the kill. It's just too much magical damage coming out of here. Is anyone going for a pipe on the Dire side? I'm not too sure. Enchantress offensively diving the tower, getting attention of the creep wave. Slow and shackle. Look at this. 2 nukes, 3 nukes up on Venge, and she falls. She drops like a fly. Enchantress in trouble though. Sykes waiting for the last hit. Mistimed it a little bit, but she goes down nonetheless. Let's see here. Pops the rage, but it goes through. Wow, there's stuff happening way too fast. Jetro in trouble here as well. Power shot's gonna not hit, but the stun from Leshrac is enough. It's able to enable the right click to get him down. Really nice play coming out of the Radiant side. So the magic immunity from Nyx was not nearly enough, as the edict just did not care. Just didn't care. Steamschliefer though, trying to take advantage of a Windrunner who didn't quite pay attention, but now wasted the ultimate, wasted his Sandstorm, is still visible. Stun here hits on Queen of Pain from Venture. I don't think they're going to be able to do too much about this. The top tier 2 tower is under pressure. They have to use the glyph to defend against this edict. Man, Leshrac and towers. Leshrac and towers. Gaston doing a really nice job of utilizing this hero. Puck also has his mana boots up, and Sykes on the Nakes. He needs more time to make his hero effective. He needs time. He's choosing to use his Hand of Midas on the big creeps, so he's after experience, not gold. Because his Hand of Midas always gives 190 gold, so if you want to maximize your gold with that, you do little creeps, and if you want to maximize your experience, you do big creeps, as it gives you bonus experience. On the top lane, we seem to have an engagement here. Man, Impetus just does so much damage. Cooldown from her slow up in 3 seconds, but decides to turn around as she is in dangerous territory here. They do have an offensive ward. Not sure if she knows about 3 heroes converging on her. I'm going to call it dead Enchantress though. Slow on Enchantress, stun on Enchantress, and nuke on Enchantress. Chain stuns, executed very nicely. I guess this happens. I mean, you are basically gaining map control, and you just get... you stop being aware. Shackle Shot does manage to latch on Puck, but he's sitting at 600 HP. This invisible Queen of Pain can just pop her ultimate and scream it, and he's dead. I just saw the attack animation of that Shadow Strike. I think she cancelled that. They're just going to decide to go for the tier 2 mid, I think. So Hood up on Windrunner. Yeah, it's an okay choice. Yeah, it's alright. The Dire has a nice mix of physical and magical damage though. So maybe a mech would have been nice. Is anyone else going for a mech? Yeah, Dazzle's going for a mech, but after his mana boots, so it's going to be delayed a little bit. Enchantress going to go for Drums of Endurance. This middle tower is going to take a fall pretty soon unless the Dire is able to pull some nice combos off here. Sand King trying best as can to get a nice position within the fog of war here for an epicenter. Gets scouted up by the creeps though, and Queen of Pain moving quite aggressively here on the side. She's just waiting for a chance. She's just waiting for this tier 2 tower to take aggro on like a creep or something else other than her, and then she's going to blink in. We see a ping coming out from Puck, already expecting someone to be up there. This is the utility of a Vengeful Spirit. This is the Scream. Next to her, the little bit of damage and the armor reduction it does, it can be used for vision. Edict popped, this tower's taking too much damage. I don't think they can contest that. Puck pops his ulti, silences up on Enchantress. They're going to get the kill on her. Nicely done. Dazzle trapped in the ultimate. Ultimate from Queen of Pain misses completely. Meanwhile, Leshrac goes down to Sand King, and Jethro is being chased relentlessly. Scream's gonna hit, and he dodges a stun from the Sand King. Really nicely played here. Trash on the Vengeful Spirit is in big trouble. Blink is off cooldown. Is she going to decide to dive this? No. Creep and tower aggro is just too much. Tier 2 tower in the mid goes down. Exchange, so the trade is 2 for 2. Now Queen of Pain is going to jump on. Nicely done. She jumps on. Vengeful Spirit did not account for the fact that the tier 2 tower is going to go down, so the source of protection and safety and vision is gone, and Queen of Pain just lingered around a little bit longer. Okay, tower's down, now I can blink in and kill you. And then she does so. Sykes has his armlet now. Blink's coming out. The illusion of Dazzle spotted him out. Uses his open wounds. Okay, let's see here. The gold grab should be pretty... Yeah. Sitting around 6 to 7,000 in favor of the Radiant. Wolfika gonna go for... What is he gonna go for? Maybe he attempted... Is he gonna go for Bloodstone? Looks like it. Or he began a... Maybe he began a Linkins and then decided, screw it, I'm gonna go for Aga. Counter warding happening over here. Very popular ward spot, very important ward spot after the tier 1 top and the tier 1 mid go down for the Dire side. Pings going off from Queen of Pain. I hear Shackle Latch. Oh, this is dangerous. Sykes over here. Is he gonna get a slow off? But not on the blinker. He knows that we use this on the blinker, that's why he probably held it in there. Maybe also because his teammates weren't there to support. Jethro sitting on 51 lasses on the Death Prophet. Is now going to TP bottom to defend slash farm. Leshrac here has an item, has his BKB. 80 minutes into the game, sitting on mana boots and BKB. Just nice. Big Mac Boy, TEO, Big Mac Boy, the Enchantress. 330 gold away from Drum of Endurance. She's looking good, especially against this. She can take Venge on solo, but there's support moving in the form of Sykes. But support coming in the form of 3 heroes. Here, Queen of Pain leading the charge. Alright, first offensive ward dropped, and now they're moving in onto this tier 2. Someone's going to get dived here. Dazzle runs in. Is he going to get a slow off? They're backing off from the dire side, and they might not be able to do this in time, yeah. Even though Quap had a haste, but the tier 2 top is going to fall, so this is not a victory for the Dire. Wow. So the only tower the Dire have at the moment is a tier 1 top, and they've lost everything else besides that. So they're basically blind. And this is the problem with losing towers, is not just giving the enemy gold, but also losing space, losing map control to farm. Sykes, he is very farm dependent at the moment. If he wants to carry his team, he needs gold, he needs experience, he needs levels. But now with all his towers gone, basically this year on the minimap, that's the maximum range of where support TPs can come in. If you are outside of that range, then you are basically in danger if you don't have any wards. So as you can see, they're not too sure what to do right now. Groot up is 4, Sykes is getting this farm, and what they have to do right now is maybe what Raiden has to do right now is maybe get a safe Roshan, secure their advantage, get some more wards up to make sure they know where they are, and if they have reason to believe, right here, they see with this ward, they can see Naix. If they have reason to believe that one of those guys is alone, they group up and go there. And then take the kill. This will be a very important kill in Lifestealer as well. Only level 1 on his ultimate, so probably wants to use that to get away. Basically, very much out of position here. Very much out of position, this Naix. Let's see if they can get the kill. He does have Rage, but Edict goes through. Nice slow here, up on Naix. And a chain stun, really nicely done. Edict popped, and the Rage is not going to help. He's going to go down to the Edict. Well, Queen of Pain's right click did it, but the Edict did a bunch of work. So, a little bit out of position, or missing team communication. And now that Naix is down, they think, well, it looks like they're going to prepare to do the last push. And even Queen of Pain blinking in extremely offensively. The silence misses. Only level 1 has really little radius. Big Mac Boy here has this boss bodyguard Satyr sitting here. He's going to probably nuke, yeah, throw this nuke out, wind on a power shot, Scream of Pain from Queen of Pain. Scream of Pain from Queen of Pain. Just mows down creep waves. And here, the Edict, right away, damaging the tower, forcing. Nice response here. Epicenter into the ultimate from Puck. Insta-kills 2 heroes. Leshrac had no chance of even popping his ultimate off. Shallow Grave on Enchantress. She's most likely going to go down right now. Ultimate from Quap does not enough damage. 4 for 0. Nice defense off the high ground up to now. And the chase is commencing, but Queen of Pain is definitely going to get out. Man, that was a beautiful combination coming out of SY5 here. Basically, Leshrac was just routinely activating his Diabolic Edict and getting this tower damage. Puck threw his orb out, and the beauty of the orb is you can either fire it out and just use it as a casual nuke and defend your the push that's coming in, or you can just take the position of the orb, then silence and drop your nuke, your ultimate. And this is exactly what Puck did. Switched positions with his orb, dropped his ultimate, held the other guys in place, but the communication on the Dire side was so nicely synchronized that Sand King at the same time channeled his epicenter and managed to blink in. And I didn't see that he had his blink ready, and so the Radiant most likely also didn't know about this fact, but that is exactly what just won the team fight, because Leshrac was not able to pop his BKB. It's sitting on 9 seconds. Maybe he popped it before, or he popped it right before he died, but sure enough, it went just too fast. He took too much damage too fast and went down. So let us see what the Dire can accomplish now that they have successfully defended this push and gained themselves some breathing room. What I would like to see right now is someone grabbing up some Smoke of Deceit, maybe some more sentries, go for a gank, and then try to regain some map control. Then maybe try the same thing again, smoke gank someone, and go for a tower. because this match looked entirely one-sided, and now this was kind of a shock. The Radiant was dominating them, and all of a sudden they try to go for the high ground, and bam, they get almost wiped. 4 for 1. The only hero that survives is the one with the blink, with a 6-second cooldown blink. Is the only hero that survives. Queen of Pain has an Aghanim Scepter right now, so her nuke has a 70-second cooldown and does 475 damage, so that is enormous. As I said, a Hood of Defiance is actually the item to go for right now. Puck has a cloak, but I'm not too sure if he's really going to go for a pipe, because Puck needs HP. Look at him, he's sitting on level 11, and 24 minutes into the game he has 758 HP. Alright, we have some action here going on Nakes. Initiation, BKB left right coming in, doing his nuke. Jethro pops his ultimate, tries to do some damage here. Power shot pops, as well as the ultimate from Puck. Blinks in, silences, and pops ultimate. Same combination as last time. Where's Sanking? Sanking's over here, pops the ultimate, blinks in, and nicely done here. 2 go down for the Radiant, 1 goes down for the Dire, and the teamfight is still far from over. Windrunner here in big trouble, as well as Queen of Pain. Both of them are on their back foot, getting chased by a Jethro, double damage, as well as his ultimate. Siebenschläfer, a nice shackle shot here. Well, nice blink into the shackle shot and a strong power shot. So this puts Venge and SK in a position to back off right now. But really, again, a exchange favoring the Dire side once more. Queen of Pain chasing away the snakes. Maybe in the midst of all the fighting, he didn't manage to pop his Midas, but he does so now. Maybe now would be a time to switch it off to using it on the little creeps to get extra gold. But yeah, really nice play. Again, this is just my 4th commentary, so when teamfights like this happen, I'm not in a position to commentate this nearly as fast as shit goes down in the team fights, and also from the quality and the excitement, it's still something that I have to learn. But you guys who are watching this are probably relatively experienced Dota 2 players, so you see exactly what's going on. And what we saw in this last team fight is really nice initiation, again set up by Puck and his blink in to the ultimate and the silence, keeping everyone in place, so Sand King has the opportunity to blink in with his epicenter. So really nice, this duo here of Puck and Sand King, along with Jethro silence and Naix running around the battlefield dealing damage, has worked really nice wonders. And now the score is 13-12, and well, if they don't do any big mistakes or lose a significant team fight, then I think with the help of Naix and the late game potential coming out of the Dire side, Smoke, if this is successful, then they are in the game. And I want to see how the gold grab looks after this fight here. They're going to find themselves someone here on their back foot. Nice ultimate here from Puck into the blink stun from Sand King. Kill immediately on Enchantress. BKB is about to wear off on Leshrac, but support's coming in from the Radiant side. Vengeful Spirit went down in the meantime. Shallow Grave up on Leshrac, and Naix goes down, as well as Crobulus. The ultimate from Queen of Pain just doing so much work. So unfortunately, the smoke and the movement was a really nice idea, but I couldn't even put my finger. I was too busy looking at the fight and trying to keep up with the action, but couldn't really put my finger on what went wrong there. So perhaps it was the fact that in this case they weren't able to wait, and yeah, look at this. The tier 2 tower is gonna they have to pop the glyph, and I don't think they're gonna be able to defend this push. Yeah, maybe in the past couple of team fights they had the advantage of the Radiant coming to them, and them being in a position where they're vulnerable, so they could set up their combo. And there, in this fight, look at this epicenter coming from Sand King, blinks in, but there's a pipe ready on the Radiant side, so the damage is mitigated drastically by this epicenter. And I'm not sure if the assault on the Rax is going to continue. I think they're just going to be, yeah, they're glad with just a tier 3 tower. They're going to farm up a little bit more, and then going to come back. Yes, so as I was saying, the difference was that basically the Radiant came to the Dire's front door, and they could just set up their combo and win the team fight. In this case, the Dire smoked up, and they were in a position where they had to initiate and fight, and the Radiant had to react. So I think in most cases, especially if you're fighting from the high ground in your base, then you're at an advantage. And I guess the fact that Leshrac had a BKB just really helped. He just survived, and Dazzle waited until the BKB were off to grave him. So just really nice reaction and really nice teamwork in that team fight from the Radiant. Nake's gonna go for an Assault Cuirass. Gonna use his Hand of Midas here once more, I think. Yep. Use it on Lily Creeps. Really nice. So I'm not sure what the Radiant's going to do here now. Let's see the gold graph one more time. So, yeah, it's oscillating. They still are at above 5k advantage, the Radiant. Sykes here forces a BKB charge from Leshrac, and this is more than it looks like. This looked like, okay, I didn't get the kill, but Leshrac forced to use BKB just to get out, down to 6 seconds. But on the other hand, almost completing his Aghanim Scepter is going to increase his nuke potential even more. And this, I talked about this in one of my last casts, this right here is, in my opinion, the perfect or most efficient counter ward. Dazzle here is coming in and tries to shoo him away like, hey man, leave my wards alone, dude, here, have some poison. But the damage is already done. Yeah, this ward right here, these 3 spots are all taken care of. So, nice work here from Vengeful Spirit. So let's see what's going to happen here. Maybe I'm going to open up this item menu while I keep on... Alright, the middle lane. Here's going to come a clash most likely pretty soon here. As you can see on the minimap, Leshrac is sitting in their jungle, maybe farming up his Ag Scepter now. Yes, it was Windrunner that completed the pipe, has a 4-staff as well. This pipe and the mech from Dazzle, I mean, basically rendered the Epicenter useless. Nice quick fingers on the Windrunner. As you might very well remember in that team fight, SK blinked in, and as soon as he came in, before he could even land a stun, the pipe was popped. So 400 spell damage for every hero mitigated, and let's see how... It's just level 2 ultimate. He's on his way to a BKB, on a good way to his BKB. It has 8 pulses of 110 damage. So 4 of them are basically rendered useless, and the next 4 are still with spell resistance, so doesn't do nearly as much, and if you have a mech on your team, it's basically a full counter. Sykes here, out of position. Is he spotted by the ward? No, he's not, but now he gets found though. He pops the rage and TP's out. Nice reaction. Most players would have maybe like lost their cool, but Sykes is a cool guy. I can tell he's like, doesn't talk a lot, he's just farming and raping. He was just chilling out over here, hoping that he would be able to get out there just without using any TPs. But they spotted him, and he's like, "All right, I guess I have to rage and TP out now." What is it? Is it Gostin or is it Gaston? I don't even know how to pronounce his name. But the guy that is responsible for taking down all this freaking towers is finishing up his Ag Stick. And yeah, he went for the Leshrac. This guy, I like this guy. He's going for the build that I also like to play, or most people like to play, is max the stun, max the edict. Because it looks good on paper, just going for 1 level stun and then go edict and lightning storm, but even pros are not able to land a split earth properly. You can't barely even get 2 heroes at the same time, and even 1 is freaking difficult. Alright, Leshrac, 80 gold away from his big item. What else do we have here? Queen of Pain, Lincoln Sphere completed, basically impossible to kill. Queen of Pain is going to cause some big trouble in teamfights, especially if it gets drawn out. She has superior positioning, and if the teamfight gets drawn out, she can just like blink behind enemy lines, slow, nuke, ult, and every, 5 seconds or 7 seconds she's able to put out a 300 damage AoE nuke. Sykes has his Assault Cuirass completed as well as his armlet, so he is supporting his team pretty nicely. All get some armor buffs and armor speed reduction from armor reduction on the enemy team. Is it armor reduction? Yeah, it is armor reduction. Blink Dagger, as I said, sanking on his way to his Ag Stick. Windrunner just, Venge, this trash guy, just doing pure support. An honorary job he's doing. And yes, Pak Shrinath on his way to his pipe. So, yeah, I guess having an 850 HP pipe carrier. Yeah, here's some silence going on illusions, just checking things out. They're like, hey, I have illusions, let's see where they are. And Jetro going for his Bloodstone. And here's a stun on Windrun, who pops the pipe preemptively. BKB Lash commits the chase, and this is a really big teamfight that's already starting. I don't think this is in the interest of the Dire, especially if this Death Prophet gets shackled to a tree and dies. And Puck uses ultimate so he can make sure his teammates get out. Where did Sanking go? Sanking just TP. I thought for a moment that he popped his ultimate, but he intelligently just blinks out. He has to heal up really fast, so he's able to do the defense. They have a glyph up now, and man, Death Prophet went down. This is too bad. She doesn't have any big items up as well, but they need the ultimate to fight. Glyph is popped, so is the Edict. Let's see how this goes. Where's the Sand King? Watch this positioning of the Sand King on the minimap. But the ultimate from Puck's also gone. This means the Rax will go down. Stun here, lands on the Windrunner, silence up on her as well. Tries to phase shift out as Sand King channels the ultimate and blinks in really nicely done. Is a pipe up? No, it's not. Dazzle goes down immediately, followed by Leshrac. The ultimate from... Wow, the ultimate combination with the nuke potential coming out of Quap just kills Puck and Sand King. I think as well as Venge. Just... Okay, Sykes, you're trying to do some retaliation damage, but to no avail. The middle racks are down for the Dire. I like the warding out here. This Venge, commend that Venge player. Doing good work on the support. Look at this. They see this. They see that Quap now has a invisibility rune. They see this spot right here. They see like a big entryway into their jungle, into all directions, and they have this here warded up. If there's any backstabs coming in from any side, or if they're all grouping up here to wait. And again, this one here as well, because the tier 2 tower on the mid is down, which stood right around here. They need vision here as well. This ward's gonna run out. Let's see. Poor Venge, man. That magic wand. That magic wand is her pride. She's probably gonna give that to her children and to her children's children. It's gonna be a relic of the family. Puck here is a good 600 gold away from the hood. I think I have to... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think Puck should have been the one. Puck should have tanked up. Puck should have gone for hit points, for stats, just to be a little bit more survivable during those team fights, because Puck can contribute quite a bit with his silence and his nukes, and he's just a nuisance to be around, especially if the player is skilled, and this Puck player has definitely shown that he understands the mechanics of the game. And if perhaps Death Prophet would have gone for a hood instead of Puck, Puck would be tankier, and yeah. There's no significant armor boosts on Death Prophet as well. So she just basically got ganked in the beginning. We didn't manage to farm a lot against Quap, and they're now paying the price. TP coming out from Sykes. TPing, I'm not sure from where that TP came. Orange here on the minimap is maybe going to go into vision of this ward here, or maybe she was spotted from this one here as well. Windrunner also going to support her now, and yeah, the Radiant's mounting for the top push. Queen of Pain on her way to a Sheepstick most likely, or a Shiva's Guard. No, it's a Sheepstick. I can tell by that Void Stone. Daz is also doing a nice job. The Shallow Graves are nice. Just the Radiant seems to be playing this game just like one notch better. One notch more coordinated. Knowing the strategy that they're going for and executing that, and not trying anything funky. They're like, hey, we have push, we have early to mid game, and basically they're just free riding now on the advantage that the early to mid game built them. Alright, lots of tension coming on the top lane, but this seems to be some half-assed attempts here, because I can tell that the Queen of Pain here is rotating to the bottom. I think they're going to try to do some split push action, so basically they don't quite want to go for the team fight, maybe because they think that a Puck ultimate and silence, as well as a Sand King ulti, Epicenter. Look at this, he uses the ultimate even to just clear the creep wave, and she can very well do this. It's just a 40-second cooldown, and I like the idea to split push, because they don't want to go like all in and then risk getting wiped by a really strong combo from Puck and Sand King. They've shown they are able to do that. Maybe get silenced by Death Prophet and just be totally screwed. So they decide to have a mobile hero here on the top lane and keep the wave pushed in, keep the tier 3 on their high ground pressured, make it lose HP slowly but surely, all the while the advantage here from the middle lane is pushing itself, and they have 4 heroes on the top just waiting. The ward also ran out over here. Did I hear an epicenter? No. Yeah, so really nice. Very nice play. There's not a lot the Dire can do. What they could do is smoke up inside the base and try to go around here and backstab. But they would, whatever the Dire wants to do, they have to act fast. Because if the Radiant doesn't mess up big time, I think they will have success with this strategy. And look at this, Queen of Pain, double damage, blinks in even with her new dagger, screams and kills. That right click would have done the job, man. Don't waste your ultimate. But whatever, got the kill. And now it's 5 on 4. Now they could even go all in with a split push, because it would be 4 on 4 on top and 1 on no one on the bot. Leshrac here, making sure that the Dire have one more thing to worry about. And I think now they're going to go in. With this wave, they're going to try to move in. Is Enchantment's going to pop the heal? No. Leshrac goes for the Edict. The creeps tank it up though, and look at this ultimate here from Sand King. It does basically nothing. Queen of Pain forced a buyback from Jetro and solo killed him as well. Yeah, this Hex was used most likely. Bottom tower falls, the bottom tier 3 that is. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit preemptive from the Sand King. His ultimates have been awesome all game. This was maybe just like a little bit of active desperation, hoping that they would move in and follow up, but they didn't. Ultimate up on Jetro as well. The bottom lane, look at the minimap, is still getting pushed. Vengeful Spirit is moving in again. She was killed the last time, maybe they're gonna send someone else in as well. But they are getting killed slowly and surely. They are just getting suffocated basically. And this is, look at the minimap. Look at the movement of the Radiant on the minimap. They're doing it intelligently. They know they have an advantage as from in terms of gold, in terms of towers, in terms of experience. Look at this. They're going to initiate now. Silence here comes out and a stun from Leshrac and as a counter right away. Though BKB is not so long. It's going to wear off right now. Leshrac's going to go down for sure. Puck phase shifts nicely, might go down after this, but both get stunned by breaking the leash of Puck's ultimate. Nice shackle shot on 2 heroes here. Naix slows, gets the kill. He's just so strong right now. Enchantress tries to run away. She's going to go down as well. Jetro's ultimate ripping through everyone. Goes down by now though, and the ghosts disappear. 3 seconds left on the slow. Get out of there, Windrunner. Sykes turns around, does the slow. Windrun is off cooldown, but a nice what's it called? Force staff here. If Sykes could have just popped, well, he gets the kill nonetheless. He could have ultied into his own creep and then popped out, and that 400 damage new would have gotten the kill as well, provided he did that before she popped the pipe. And the whole time, Queen of Pain did not move from her bottom lane. She was just, alright, team fight going on top, I don't care. And the middle lane is pushing itself, I'm pushing the bottom. And notice one thing about this game, no Roshan. They did not once go for Roshan. So yes, this is looking very grim for the Dire indeed. There's a smoke on Venge. If I was on that support, I'd be like, fuck it guys, man, we're losing so hard. Let's just group up in our base, smoke up, and just do like a tactical penis run across the map and try to find someone out of position. So as an act of desperation, we can maybe get like a nice team fight, force some mistakes from the Radiant because they don't expect us like sitting right here on their side of the map, and well, maybe you get a lucky team wipe and you get like a tier 2 tower and tier 3, maybe some racks. Who knows? Alright, Dazzle also moving toward his Aghanim Scepter. I like Aghanims on Dazzle actually. The ultimate is ridiculous, especially with an Ag Scepter. The AoE covers your entire screen and just takes for so long. The differential in armor that results out of that, if you hit both yourself and the enemies, is just so ridiculous. You could be in like a really disadvantageous team fight, and at the end you'd be like, how come I survived and why did everyone die so fast? Because the armor tick does just so much. So Sheepstick, as we saw, down the Queen of Pain, utilized to full effect. Now Leshrac picking up a plate mail. Nice item choice. He needs to buff up a little bit. What he could have also considered is not spend his money on plate mail, but sell his BKB. Because if you sell the BKB, you only need to spend 2,000 more gold for an entirely new one, so it's double the duration of the immunity. So if I was him, I might have gone for that, because the problem that he died is not that he takes too much physical damage, it's that he runs out of magic immunity, I think. And then he gets like all kinds of stuff. He gets silenced and stunned and all that good stuff. Some counter warding most likely. No, this is a radiant ward. Is this? Oh, they don't have vision up there. They don't care. Honey Badger don't care. Just gonna move into their base. Goldgraph sitting at 10k difference. But I saw some games turn around after such a huge disadvantage. Not sure what. Maybe Leshrak's gonna go for the Shiva's guard. Queen of Pain, man. If I was on the dire side right now, Queen of Pain would be like my #1 hated hero. That bastard sitting on the bottom lane, pushing it in the whole time, would just be so annoying. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just like, they're sitting... Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Just being a nuisance, as I said. And now, just chopping away on the bottom racks. This might go down. They might have to use a glyph for this. Backs off now. She knows she has time. Goes back in. Venge is all like, dude, defend! But they don't. So, in the meantime, they move in. Puck, nice! Nicely done. Nice ultimate. Followed up by a strong epicenter from Sand King. Even with the pipe, they still take significant amount of damage here. Look at this Leshrak here. Just falling so quickly to that next, outputting that much DPS, 2 heroes down. Venge is still dead from the Queen of Pain. Where's Queen of Pain? She's sitting over there. She's not contributing in the team fight. She would be needed over there right now. But Death Prophet did have to use the ultimate, and the bottom racks are gone. So even though this was a really nice initiation, they lost this battle here for the racks. So in the end, even if 2 heroes died for the Radiant side, they don't care. They have basically, the lanes are pushed out all the way to over here. Their tier 2 towers, all 3 of them are still standing, and they just don't care. They got a second set of racks, and basically in their mind the game is won. And unless there's some godlike play coming out of the Dire, they are right. They won. This Bloodstone is going to do nothing basically. If she dies, then yeah, it's a heal. In basically depending on how many charges she has, but she has 1.8k HP. So she drops too fast. But man, I was messing up here, and I was not checking Sykes' items too frequently. So last time I checked, he had a Midas and the Cuirass, and now he has a Basher as well as a Desolator. So this guy he can do a lot of work. He can get a lot of work done. Bottom lane, Queen of Pain is jumping on Jethro. Eats the ultimate as well as the Scream of Pain. Blink is off cooldown right now. Is she gonna go? She goes in. Oh man. Blinked herself into the trees over here and enabled it for Jethro to TP out. But that's the thing. You know that there's a Queen of Pain who has the bottom lane claim for herself. She's sitting on his sheepstick, has a heart completed by now. Even if you don't know about the heart, you should still be worried about pushing the bottom lane out by herself. Like, he was all alone. And if Queen of Pain didn't make that mistake of blinking into the trees right there, there would have been one dead Death Prophet. And with a dead Death Prophet, the game would have basically been lost. No buyback on her. And here, where's our man? Excuse me. Where's our man? Here he is. Look at him. Still 4 wards and 2 sentries up, but he has his family relic, the magic wand up. Man, this poor guy. I like playing support as well, but it's just such a darned sucky job sometimes. So, shout out to SY5 Trash. Also to Sand King for nice epis, and Puck for initiating. But the Radiant is just winning this game here. They're just outplaying their enemies. There's no other way of putting it. So, really nicely done by these guys. Now there's a Roshan attempt happening here, and he's going to drop. Even just Enchantress and Queen of Pain can take him on. I mean, Enchantress doesn't have a lot of HP, but with the Untouchable, which slows attack speed of anyone that's attacking it, makes it so viable for her to tank a Roshan. Look at this. He's like, slow motion attack. And one more time. And Roshan's going to go down for sure. This is going to be Queen of Pain's Aegis, and they will use this Aegis to, how do you say, triumphantly finish the game, I guess. Well, having said that, Queen of Pain is on her way back to base. Not sure what she's going to finish up. Is she maybe going to sell her treads and go for teleboots? That might be it. Or just go up to her high ground and then go back to the creeps. Nice, man. Alright. The Dire has no idea what they can do right now, and yeah, even Vengeful Spirit, she has like all these wards in here, but if they don't all go out together to ward, then she runs just risk of being killed, and she doesn't have buyback gold, and if they have a 5v4 advantage, then the game is basically over. So if there's one thing, now comes the smoke. In my opinion, it's a little bit too late, but I mean, as an observer, it's always nice to be like, oh, they could have done this and that. But let's see what they can make happen here. Sykes leading the charge. They're going to find themselves an Enchantress. They're revealed. Blink in from... Oh, miss stun. Oh, this is too bad. They should back out now. Are they going to continue? Here, Sykes gets caught. Does a slow on the Enchantress, but then runs out. He pops the BKB. What's happening here? Sykes is still jumping. Sykes is still fighting. This is going to lead to a team fight. Sykes being initiated upon. Nice ultimate here by Dazzle. Stun lands on Queen of Pain. She runs out of the distance, and Puck here with a pipe buff is trying to do some damage, but he can't. Nice ultimate here coming out of Lishrak, doing a lot of work, but no one is down yet. Now Nyx goes down, followed by Death Prophet. The Bloodstone now does a nice AoE heal here. Buyback coming out, I think, from Lifestealer. Nicely done. Triple kill coming out of Queen of Pain. My goodness, there's just so much stuff happening, and now Sand King goes down. Ultra kill for Queen of Pain. Holy crap, that was a... Yeah. It's just so difficult in Dota, especially in phases so late when you basically see the game lost, to be patient, to be like, alright, you fucked up your stun, it's alright, just let's back. Let's just get out. Because this one thing, they are at a gold experience and level disadvantage and item disadvantage, and what they need is the element of surprise. When they won the 2 team fights in defense of their high ground, it was because they had the advantage of the element of surprise, basically, because they don't have vision of the high ground. When they go in, even if they go take the high ground, they can't see what's happening in the base. They don't know if there's a puck coming in right now and if there's a epicenter following up. So this is the advantage that they need to get their foot back in the door or back into this game. My favorite support player, making sure they have some vision here. Big Mac Boy here. Now finished up a Ghost Scepter. Basically is tired of getting torn to shreds by Nyx and his sick damage output. And that's the thing, Ghost Scepter. If you guys are relatively new to Dota, get used to this item right here, Ghost Scepter. If you have an Ursa or a Nyx or any type of hero that just kills your ass like nothing, then don't, if you have a mech finish or something, then don't go for that next item. Don't go finish up the Aghanim Scepter or like a AC or something crazy like that. Make sure you can survive a team fight. Make sure you can take the focus of the damage dealer off of you and grab that Ghost Scepter. Sure enough, Queen of Pain picked up the Boots of Travel, and now comes the finishing fight. All ultimates are up. Jetro nukes. Shackle doesn't latch. And let's see how this goes. Nice ultimate by Puck. And nice blink in epicenter here by the Sand King. Deals moderate amount of damage, but nice follow up here by the team of the Dire. 2 guys go down. Leshrac goes down as well as Queen of Pain throws her ultimate out, gets some nice damage on, but it's not enough. Just Vengeful Spirit going down. Now the chase commences here. Nicely done. Nicely done here by both teams. Jetro with his ultimate trying to get as much work done as possible. Queen of Pain here might have overextended a little bit. Slow is up on her. Are they going to be able to get the kill here? She blinks out in time. Oh, and she manages to do a nice shackle shot here as well as on Sykes. Sykes tried to go for the ultimate nuke damage that would have most likely gotten the kill on her, but just a little bit too slow. Jethro TP's back out, and the top racks are defended. Nice work. Let's see how often they can do that. In the meantime, just 2 lanes constantly pressuring this thing right there. It's gonna be tough. So, but the Dire came out ahead. Again, nice initiation. There's the GG from Sykes. Nice initiation. Just a pipe, a blink, and that is it. Probably called the GG because they were going on him. Well played coming out of those guys. Nope. I guess they want to continue. Sykes, well, he doesn't go for the buyback, so I guess they could go for one more fight. The ultimates are up. Exorcism, 10 more seconds. Just Chuck Tessa, that's right. Alright, here Puck pops the ultimate. Epicenter coming from Sand King, once more focusing down the Windrunner, who drops immediately. Jethro pops the ultimate too preemptively, I think. There was just 2 heroes there, and one of them had a blink. The ultimate is basically wasted now. He should make sure now, if the ultimate is popped already, he should defend the Ancient and then try to push out some lanes. Get some damage done. Also bought up an Ogre Club, not sure what item she's going to go for now. And again, top lane, being pressured. Dazzle is like, fuck this, I had enough. Gonna pop the ultimate on us. Slow up on Jethro, he's getting focused down, also sheeped. Turns around though, pops the silence, is he gonna nuke as well? Yes he does, but does barely any damage at this stage of the game. Venge has to be careful. Nice silence here on Queen of Pain. Oh, but there's not much that they can do. This Big Mac boy here, he just an insane amount of damage. Queen of Pain still has the Lincoln Sphere buff up. He's basically unkillable at this stage of the game. Siebenschläfer TP's in, blinks in and gets a stun off on Dazzle. Eats impetuses in response to that immediately though. Nice ultimate here from Queen of Pain. Sounds nice but doesn't get too much work done. Jethro manages to survive this. Dazzle does another ultimate on the enemy team. He has his Agnum Scepter completed, does the Shallow Grave on himself, doesn't have a TP to TP out, and he's going to go down. No! He survives because Queen of Pain managed to take down this low HP Puck, and that is the downside of his build. Nice, here's the effect of the Ghost Scepter, manages to take the focus off herself from that Nags. Dazzle still managing to survive, all the while this Queen of Pain is nuking every 7 seconds and auto-attacking, just dealing immense damage. And Puck, yeah, he just drops too fast. Again, Dazzle here is stunned now. Shallow Grave, he's gonna go down, I think. Yeah. This is just a slow defeat here. Sykes sitting on 3.3k. This is buyback up. Buyback is ready. I wonder what he's gonna go for next. So yeah, it was a really nicely executed strategy from the Radiant. As I said, I think if you watch this replay, ultimate popped here, as well as the BKB with the Edict, and she had Leshrac gets the stun on Jethro. Nice swap here by our favorite support, takes the fall, but Jethro might survive this. The ultimate does at least a little bit more damage for a little while, but man, this impetus does just too much damage. Buyback immediately from the Death Prophet, although there's no ultimate left. The last barracks is going to take a fall here pretty soon if they don't do something about this. Power shot hits basically nothing but creeps. Puck silences up on the Enchantress. Ultimate on 2 heroes. Stun in from Sand King, but the range, the Leshrac goes down though, and this Windrunner is also going to take a fall, and Enchantress goes down. Mega creeps up for the Radiant. They're doing a nice little fight here, showing some effort, having some fun, but it's all for naught. Wow, nice stun here on Quab. Are they going to be able to get the kill? Well, no, I was pretty sure they weren't able to get the kill. Here's the GG, and down goes the throne. Nicely done. Well played, guys. My name is Epi. Check out my YouTube channel, EpiCommentary.com. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this cast. I will continually try to improve. And yeah, thanks to SY5 and TEO for letting me cast this game. Well played, both teams. And I'll see you guys soon.